What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Football Fetish. It is episode 5. Today with me, Alfie, my boy Mark.
Yo.
And Harry. Say hi.
Hello.
And we got a special guest today, a good friend of ours, a good friend of the show, Dan Bardell. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Man United fan, it must be said. So we're covering a lot of a new base today. We haven't had a Man United fan yet. So
Always at the wheel.
For now. Well, yeah, actually, you guys are doing well, aren't you?
Well, there's room for improvement, but yeah, at the minute.
The attacking's going well.
Yeah, true. Attacking is going very well.
True.
But yeah, how is everyone this week?
Yeah, good.
Good. Looking forward to Christmas?
Oh yeah, I'm sure everyone else is as well.
Everyone got their trees up?
It'll be a weird one.
Quiet.
Yeah, quiet one, but yeah, well, at least, there's not really at least anything really. It's pretty bullshit, but oh well, here we go.
Yeah. Well, what everyone could do if for Christmas, if you're bored, sitting at home, like and subscribe to the Footy Fetish podcast, and we'll provide you with some Christmas for an hour and a half maybe. We'll subscribe, some good content ready for Boxing Day football, really.
Exactly. But yeah, so I guess we should get into things. We'll get into the City-Southampton game first. It's obviously the first game of the weekend. No games before that. Nothing happened. Yeah, all right. Well, I might as well just do it. All right. Yeah, Liverpool 7, Palace 0. Yeah, I was at work, so I didn't get to see this game. Fortunately, yeah, last day. So how peak is that? I got 7-0 and Tier 4 in the same day.
That's tough.
Ridiculous. But Mark, I know you watched the game because I was getting a lot of text messages from you during.
You asked me to keep you updated with the score. I opted just to send you in full caps just to name whoever scored, Palace or Liverpool, and it just started. It just was just Liverpool.
I thought you were taking the piss after.
And then at one point, you were like, "Yeah, mate, it's fine. Don't worry about it now. You can."
Yeah, don't worry about it. I think it was after 4 or 5. I was like, you know what? Don't worry.
Yeah.
I know you watched this game.
Yeah, it was an absolute.
I'll let you go for it.
Welding of a game, really. Absolute welding of a game. I think every goal was highlight worthy, really. Even Minamino, first goal. Throughout the whole entire build up, 1 hour of build up, every time Minamino was in the picture, he needs to make an impact. And I don't think you can make more of an impact than 3 minutes in scoring a goal, really.
Yeah.
Well, McTominay.
That's also an impact. But for Minamino,
first player in history to get two inside 3 minutes, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah,
well, actually, I can't imagine too many people have done that, obviously. But yeah, fair play to McTominay. Fair play. Good game all round. Good game all round, mate. Palace, they looked.
I hope we started well.
It looked good, but it's just I think you were genuinely, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, you were just missing Benteke, an informed Benteke. It's just
wow.
I know,
worryingly accurate.
I know. I was like, I can't believe this, but Palace need Benteke right now because Ayew, move him on. What is he doing?
Oh mate, I would say he's the worst decision maker I've ever seen play football.
He was part.
He's terrible.
At one point, he pulled back and then set the ball up for Zaha, but put it directly behind him.
Oh yeah.
That could have been a goal.
I don't think he's ever made an actual pass to someone's feet before. But
I think we were 2-0 up, and I was still a bit worried that we could lose this game based on how Palace were going forward. Because I had everything going forward. Eze going forward was looking really good. Zaha was looking dangerous. Zaha got a lot of offsides, I think, that game. I haven't looked at the numbers, but more often than not, he was edging on offside.
Yeah, we had 7 offsides.
Yeah, so I think Zaha was getting a bit antsy with it all. But the Liverpool defence did get caught out quite a few times. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
But that's where the finishing just wasn't there for Palace. And I think if the finishing was there for Palace, the game would have been a lot differently. Liverpool would have had not as much confidence as they did. I don't think you would have won. But
no, definitely not. I don't think Benteke gets us 7 goals.
Nah, not at all. But I'm thinking if Palace had that finisher, someone to clinically finish that ball or just get that finishing pass in,
it's a completely different game in my eyes.
Yeah.
But other than that, but it was just a classic Liverpool game. We got the ground going, we got the engine rummed up, and Salah came on. Thankfully, Salah came on. Thankfully, that beautiful goal, rocket of a goal.
Yeah, it
floated.
I did see that.
And yeah, we just really got the thing. We really got the team going. Naby Keita had a great return. Oxlade-Chamberlain came back, I believe. He's got some minutes in. So yeah, I think it's a good game all round for Liverpool, really, in terms of like the squad and what it meant. But yeah, it's decent.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. If you lose, losing to Liverpool 7-0, I'm a bit like, all right, you know what, like, it's whatever. It is what it is. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna lose to anyone 7-0, I'll be like, all right, I'll pick Liverpool, because then it's like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
But the thing I am annoyed about is Firmino scored twice. Like he doesn't score, and he scores twice against us.
Both of them worldy goals as well.
Yeah, I did see the highlights, and from the highlights, I was like, Nathaniel Klein. Oh god, I thought I was singing his praises the other day, and now he just completely went up 180 and just playing terribly. But I guess against it was against Minamino as well, so it's like, could have done a bit of a job on him.
Do you think it was more of a abnormality, that result, or were Palace that bad, or did Liverpool just have their shooting boots on? You know, like the Arsenal, Man U Arsenal 8-2, Man U just had their shooting boots on that day, so they were just scoring like goals for fun.
Yeah, I think
by the
almost,
sounds of it, obviously they're worldies. But Liverpool
almost immediately straight off the bat, we had our front foot on. You know, going forward, getting the ball in, and I just think we got the better of Palace at the very beginning, really. And I think from that point, 2 minutes in, Minamino got a goal, and I think that breaks so much confidence and mentality. Because I think if Liverpool conceded an early goal, I think it wouldn't really affect them, because they know they can go up there and score one at any given moment.
If we concede first, we never win.
Fair enough.
But if we score first, we do usually cling on. We cling on and win.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm not. I don't. Obviously, I was looking at Palace Twitter and all that, and a lot more fans now calling for Roy out.
Oof.
But I don't think this necessarily calls for Roy to be fired.
No, you can't.
Personally.
You can't be beaten by the best team in the world 7-0 and be like, that's it. Like, we're never.
If we're having this talk, then Klopp's got to be out, because you lost 7-2 to Aston Villa.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, but obviously we're not going to do that. But I don't think Roy should be slung out of the club, because
he's leaving at the end of the season anyway, isn't he?
I'm fairly sure he's probably going to retire. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. And then after that, I just don't know what's going to happen. I think we'll go for like an Eddie Howe, try and get an Eddie Howe in, or a Sean Dyche, or I saw John Terry's name and I was like, oh god, no. Laurent Blanc was quite a high odds favourite to get in, and I was like, okay, but I don't know really. He hasn't had the greatest managerial career, has he? Laurent Blanc, I don't think so. Anyway,
has he even been involved in football?
PSG, he was at?
He was at PSG, yeah, I think.
Not a while ago, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Right?
It was, it's been a little while, so I don't know. Will be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, I think Roy's definitely done at the end of this year, and then I think we could. I think we might even be in a relegation battle next year without Roy, because he's been so much I know. Obviously, ironic was all about 7-0 loss, but he does actually bring a lot of stability to our, defense and stuff like that. So, I don't know. It could be a bit of a risky one next year. But,
you could be a team by now if you hadn't kept him as long as you have. You don't know.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. But so hopefully it's Arsenal, not us. But yeah, all right. So for the, should we get on to the? We will skip a few. We'll get on to the United game, as we've got Bards here. Unless anyone wants to say anything else about that Liverpool game at all.
No, classic Liverpool game. I think
He's so used to that now.
Every week.
7-0. 7-0.
Tired of it.
Really. But yeah, we'll get on to the United game. But 6-2, mate, and you guys look good as well. Going forward, that is.
I mean, I was nervous for the game, only because I thought that it might be quite a tasty one. I thought there'd be a lot more challenges and a lot more dirty challenges in there.
Yeah.
With the fans there, I think they would have been.
Yeah. I
Definitely
mean,
that
it's gutting that the fans can see that result, but it wouldn't have been that result with the fans there either. It would not have been a 6-2 if the fans had been there. To be honest, I think we just came out the blocks well. I think there was, as soon as I saw the team sheet and I saw Dan James in there, to be fair, I didn't know what he was doing, what Ollie was doing.
Yeah.
But in all credit, it was perfect for him, to be fair. It's probably the perfect game for Dan James to run into that space. Leeds just didn't let up, which is fair play to them. You know, they were running to the last. Yeah, they were running to the end and the final whistle. So you got to give them credit for that. But I don't know, their defending was so bad. It was shocking.
they could, like, if they keep that up, they could go down. Like,
they don't know how to play off the ball.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, they mark every man, and it just didn't. You'd think for a team that's marking their man, if you're covering every person in that game, you've got to track your runners, but no one was tracking their runners.
Yeah.
And so then it was just a weird tactic to see Bielsa come out with the same thing in the second half. I get maybe the game was done then, so he only had one option, which was to go for it. And with our defensive frailties being what they were, you know, it could have paid off. And I think, was it Ricardo, I think, at the back post, he had a chance and De Gea saved it, and then Maguire chested it out. Yeah. There were chances in there, and Bamford had that one to make it 2-1. Had he scored that, you know, it would have been a more interesting game, I'd say. But it was very good, I think, in terms of a game of football, because it was end to end. The scoreline, despite the scoreline, it was still end to end, so it was really, really good for us.
Yeah, it's good. Like we were saying earlier, that McTominay second and third minute goal is good. And that first goal as well was an absolute banger.
Yeah,
it was a great shot.
Yeah.
But, and Dan James, we were saying earlier, I think he took his goal really well. I think he's showing.
Yeah, he did. I think he deserved that as well, and he's gotten a bit of stick, but I don't understand the stick from a lot of Man United fans, because I think he's there to be a squad player, and he's still so young. You know, he's probably gonna, within the next year or two, he's gonna put on the pounds and like probably change his physique and that sort of thing. And I'm sure that's what we're hoping for. You know, I mean, I'm not saying he's like Bale, but the only comparison you draw there is because they're Welsh, but they've both got the speed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, why not?
I think maybe because he had such a fast start his first few games, I think now a lot of fans have like a unreasonably high expectation of him.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
Since the first few games he played for United.
Yeah, and he did start well, but also let's not. You know, he came on as well against Chelsea in his first game as a sub, and he just ran into the space, and that's what he's good at doing. But there's also no surprise that he's being kept out of the team, even if it is by Mason Greenwood, because he is the talent that we're all sort of waiting to develop, and his finishing is so good. So even if Mason Greenwood has an off day, you've still got to start him and give him at least 45 minutes, because he's so good on this left or right. So there shouldn't be any sort of bad feeling just because he can't get into the side at the moment. But I definitely think there's more to come. I mean, there's a lot of reports obviously linking him with a move to Leeds, and he did nearly sign for them at some point, and apparently Bielsa still wants him, but I'd definitely keep him around. And for Scott McTominay, his second goal was, I think that's better than the first, because the way he takes it.
It was great.
Onto his other foot as well, I think it was. It's brilliant. And he was a striker, so it's good to see him burst forward, because I don't think in that performance, Pogba can do the same thing. And I do, you know, obviously we've had conversations in the past where I do rate Pogba and I like Pogba. That game wouldn't have been 6-2 had Pogba played, because he wouldn't have done the same thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. I definitely think so.
2-2 maybe.
Yeah, probably, because he wouldn't have tracked his runner.
But yeah, no, like we were saying about Dan James, like he wasn't brought in to do, like he just got into the team because he did start on fire, and I think he had a couple of injuries, right, to start the season.
Well, when he first joined, obviously I think Ollie was still trying to find his shape, and Rashford was injured a lot last year, so you know he had the back injury, didn't he? So Dan James did feature, and there was probably too much pressure on him being like the main man, because we had before the lockdown as well, we had Rashford out, Martial out, Pogba out, so there was a lot of people depending on James, but you know, still give him a shot. He's been here just over a year.
I hope he stays and then continues to develop as that kind of player, that someone that almost like a Hernandez type guy that Fergie had, that you could bring on and And he could change the game. If you bring him on with like 20 minutes to half hour left, he's so dangerous because he's so quick and he'll be so on it.
Yeah, and if we're chasing a goal or if we're leading, chances are this is why him and Cavani could link up really well, I think, because he's going to generate and be able to get into the space and drive the ball so far forward. And Cavani can just latch on to those balls at the edge of the box because he can just pull it back. So that'll be an interesting partnership, I think, to sort of develop. Because if you throw those two on in the last like 10 minutes of a game,
yeah, definitely,
could be interesting.
How long do you think Cavani's going to be about for United? Is it this year only?
I think it will be 1 year. I think it will just be this year because I do think that despite Agallo leaving in January, I do think Ollie wants a striker and he wants a right winger. Whether we'll get that, I don't know, because we do need probably a CDM and another centre half, and probably another right back. So there's still so much.
Maybe a striker. Maybe like an actual number. Well, because I like Martial, but I don't know if he's going to be that guy.
Yeah. I mean, I like Martial. He needs to be clinical in his finishing, and at the minute he's not. And there's this theory floating around. I've seen it a few times that they look like they've got a good relationship in terms of Ollie and Martial.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Ollie actually has that faith in him to be like the sole number 9. But that's probably Greenwood's position though. I think in a couple of years.
Oh yeah, I'd love that. Would be cool. See Greenwood up top for you.
Which
guys,
again is where James becomes so important, because if Greenwood goes into the middle, James's position will be on the right.
Exactly.
Or whoever we sign in the summer.
Yeah. Maybe a Jadon Sancho.
Were we putting Rashford in the team?
Oh yeah, Rashford's going on the left.
Okay.
I think Rashford's best position is playing off
the
left.
You're dropping Martial.
Well, this is if Greenwood takes Martial's spot.
This is if
Okay.
Because I would I wouldn't necessarily put Martial on the left over Rashford. But this is assuming that Greenwood takes his position as a front three at the minute. They can interchange. Rashford can even play in the number 9. So it is a good sort of formation we've got. But yeah, if Martial does drop off and doesn't start finishing, then I wouldn't be surprised to see him drop to the bench.
Yeah, although he hasn't played well at all this season, I would still quite like to see Sancho in for United and a front three future of Rashford, Greenwood, and Sancho. I think that'd be exciting. That'd be wicked. Yeah,
that'll be interesting. I mean, as well. I mean, we're talking as if Martial's had a bad game, but he did get 3 assists, I think. The other day.
Oh yeah.
So
he's definitely a good player.
Pretty good form this season.
Yeah, he's definitely a good player. He's just not the goal getter, is he? The a number 9, I guess you're going to need. He's not going to get you 20 goals a season, is he? Really?
No, yeah. But it would have been interesting to see what Sancho would have brought had he come. Whether that's something they go after again in the summer, I don't know. I think part of me thinks that ship has sailed with Sancho. I don't need that anymore.
I think the potential is there still. He still has links with the club, so I think
out of any English club, you get him.
Yeah, it's got to be. If out of anyone, it's got to be United, really.
I think so. Chelsea have got too many weapons going forward now to think about buying Sancho. They can't fit them all in their team as it is.
I think he's better off having another year or 2 abroad before he comes back to play in the Premier League.
Yeah, well, this year's going terrible. He's played 900 minutes and not scored yet for Dortmund.
Yeah, it's interesting, and I wonder how much his value drops, because I certainly wouldn't pay £100 million for him. And I think even
going into this season, last summer, I think if it wasn't for coronavirus and everything, I think what was it, 34 goal involvements in 50 odd games. I think you're looking at I think you get 150 million from him if you're really pushing. But if that's without COVID, with all the situation going on, I think under 100 million for sure.
Because you're also buying potential though, aren't you?
You are buying him at your team for the next 10 years at least. So I guess with that on top, you've got to take that into consideration as well.
There is a lot of talk though at the minute that I've been reading that if Salah does go, Salah's making noises. If he ends up going, and Liverpool are thinking, you know what, we don't need the hassle. We've got Mane, we've got Origi still, however good he is.
Jota.
If you've got Jota can slot in.
There's no reason why Sancho could go to Liverpool, or Liverpool could definitely be in, because they'll get money for Salah. Who pays that money? PSG maybe.
I could see PSG buying him for sure.
Do a swap.
PSG with Neymar, Mbappe, and Salah.
Salah for Mbappe.
Yeah, mate.
Like
you'd have to be Salah and quite some significant money.
Like swapping match attack cards.
Yeah. But that'd be interesting actually. I heard they're going for Grealish as well. We were talking about this in the group chat. They're looking at Grealish to replace Salah, which could be interesting.
A bit questionable as to use the word replace. I think it's pretty hard to replace Salah given
different like role.
Yeah, I know. I think if you said Jota to replace
Sancho's
Salah,
more like for like than to Salah, I guess. In terms of
completely.
Style
Yeah,
play.
I think given this situation, if Salah would leave, that would, if we sell him for the full amount that we would probably sell him for, then buying a player like Sancho could be possible. But it's whether or not we can meet certain clauses. I know United.
Oh, you definitely can. You got money.
Yeah. I know it's not a problem, but
you got money.
You think about wages as well. We don't pay as high wages as United, but then for a player like Sancho, that could change.
Yeah, and you are, I guess. Well, I hate to use this word, but clout-wise in football, you are the top. You are number one, I think, in the world right now. So everyone's going to want to play for Liverpool right now, right?
Right now, I completely understand that in terms of the team, because you're not really. At the same time, a lot of people want to play for certain players, but then I think it's not. Well, I don't want to say rare, but it's rare to play when there's a manager like Klopp about. You're like, I really want to play under Klopp. Even as a youngster, you're like, I want to play under Klopp. Even if you might not get into the first team straight away, or just having that development under a manager like Klopp, I think can have a bigger impact than some other teams.
Yeah, he's on that. Well, he's nowhere. Well, in terms of what he's won, it's obviously nowhere near Fergie, but he's that cult icon for Liverpool, becoming that like Fergie.
Yeah, he is basically becoming our trophy winner. Player. He's becoming that manager who's really not, instead of looking at like the immediate and buying players to do things immediately, he's looking way more ahead of time, building up confidence in youngsters. Like we spoke about a million times.
He's been given the time to do that as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, even when it wasn't going 100% great, like in the early days of Klopp, you still stop by and look at it. And look at him now. Like that's what I like about United. That they actually have stuck by Ollie. Obviously, he's probably not the guy, but at least you've stuck by him, and you can say that you've given it a full go.
I mean, this is the thing with Ollie. It's like, I mean, I'm a big advocate of him, and I think he should be in the job. I know there's links to Pochettino and things like that, but I mean, Ollie's doing the job. He's got to motivate the players. Otherwise, we've got some good players. Yeah, you could say that they'll be doing that regardless. But then, in that sense, Arsenal shouldn't be where they are. So he does have to, and Ollie does change his system when he faces different teams. You know, he's been well within his right to stick to the same team when we've been on a good run, but he's changed it for games against PSG. He's got it wrong, he's got it right. He's changed his tactics for Man City, and he's done really well. And I think he's the one that's got to motivate the players. I think motivation is so huge, and you hear Roy Keane bang on about it, and he's like, well, they're players, they should be motivated. You're a footballer.
Yeah.
But it's easier said than done. I think everyone's motivated to win. Everyone wants to win, but it's, Ollie's getting that out of the players, and I think he deserves a lot more credit. I know obviously people call him a PE teacher and that sort of thing, and there is, it's funny. It's like
it's
quite funny now.
It is, yeah.
But I think he should get a lot more recognition than what he actually currently is. And
United's kind of surprised me lately because they've they've still got a game in hand. And I think if they win that game in hand, they go second. And I kind of feel like that sort of snuck in there, where I didn't even see United in that area, and all of a sudden they're up near the top and they've got a game in hand and they could be second all of a sudden. I was thinking, where the hell did this come from?
Yeah, they've definitely been the annoying thing is, obviously we lost to Palace and we've dropped a few points here and there. And you think, God, if you just got a draw, or even if you got the win, it could be a lot better. But I think that was sort of a hangover from last season, the Europa League, and I think no pre-season. I do think that had a massive impact. I don't think Man City would be where they are now if they'd had a pre-season. I don't think Man United would have lost the points they had if they'd had a pre-season. But yeah, they've definitely, I think they're kicking into gear now. But I think the huge game and the biggest test so far is probably on Boxing Day when they've got Leicester, because
it's good.
That's third v second. So
yeah,
they could be well clear.
Yeah, definitely. I've got to say, I was happy we did play you game week 2, because I think if we played you now, I don't think we definitely don't beat you 3-1. Definitely not. I don't think.
I mean, Palace is one of those games as well where, despite Liverpool winning 7-0, those games are normally a lot closer. You remember the time when Suarez was crying? That was against Palace, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yes. Istanbul.
So I thought that was going to be a lot closer in terms of the scoreline.
Yeah.
I always think that about the United game, but that's because Roy Hodgson isn't as bad as everyone thinks he is. He does set his teams up like what you were saying to defend and grind out results.
Yeah.
It's just whether Man U take the opportunities to win those games that they're expected to, and at the minute they are. So
yeah. Well, yeah. Last year. Well, I don't know. Last year you were okay, but the last couple of years you wouldn't have beaten Leeds 6-2. I don't think.
No, I mean, I think this is the 6th time under Ollie that we've won a game by 5 goals or more, and between the years of Moyes and Mourinho, we only did that twice.
That's
fair.
Impressive stat.
Something like that. So to do that, under this is again, Ollie's got to be getting a tune out of these guys. He's got to be doing something right. He's got to be setting them up somehow. That he likes to play. I just wish he didn't do zonal marking. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah, I don't. Wan-Bissaka's not a big. I don't think he's a big zonal marking guy.
No,
I think you want him man to man, like tracking the guys. But well, from what I've experienced anyway. But yeah, before we'll leave Man United there. Before we get into the next one, we'll take a little break, as we are running out of time on this Zoom call. But yeah, we'll be back in a minute. Sweet. Welcome back, guys. We just had a little break there. Before we get into things, we're going to be getting into the quiz, which is the main bulk of Mark's very nicely put a quiz together for us, and the main bulk of this podcast. But before we do that, we just want to shout out a good friend of ours, George. Sketch Lippy on Mark will put it on the screen here, and he will put his Instagram below as well. He is a good friend of ours that's doing graphic design. He's made a very lovely graphic for us, hasn't he, Mark? We'll put it right here or wherever it is.
So I'll show this on the screen. You're probably seeing it right now. Effectively, our friend George, who's due to come on the podcast, might I say, overdue, George, by the way. Yeah. He kindly he does a lot of logos. He does a lot of our digital art. We gave him a shout out last week because he's a big supporter of ours, but this week he's kindly gifted us a lovely logo. As you can see, there is a lovely T90 ball on there. I love it because it's just a nice little throwback, isn't it?
Yep.
I know George loves that era of Premier League style.
Yeah, and I think we do too.
It works well.
Oh yeah,
and the font works perfect as well, and the little microphone for the eye in Fetish is pretty nice touch. So well done, George. We love it, and
cheers, George.
Yes,
but moving on, I have put together a quiz, seeing as it's Christmas, or should be Christmas.
I need some paper.
Very soon. It's tradition in sort of my family, really, to do a quiz, and I thought, let's do a quiz. It'll be fun. So if you're watching this and you want to take part, please go grab pen and paper. It's a nice, simple one. So this quiz is basically mainly going to be about last season, all Premier League last season. God. So it's going to be recent, but doesn't mean some questions should be nice and easy for you. Some aren't going to be that easy.
Yeah, man.
Very specific questions.
It was a long season as well.
It was a long season.
A long time ago.
So I thought, what better way to revisit last season? A very dramatic season, really.
Yeah.
Then to do a little quiz. So is everyone ready? We'll start.
Yep.
Any questions before we begin?
No,
you're good. Anyone? Viewers, if you're with us, if I'm wrong with any of these questions, please tell me. Because
I hope you're not.
I hope I'm not. I mean, I googled everything.
I'll be furious if you got anything wrong, Mark.
You know what? If I'm wrong, take it to Google because they gave me the answers. Anyway,
seems fair.
Question 1. Who was the top goal scorer
from last season. So you get 1 point if you guess the person, and another extra point if you guess how many goals.
Oof.
Oh god, it's begun already.
Yeah.
Great meltdown has begun.
I know who it is. I just don't know how many goals they got.
Tell you what, I'll give you a point if you just guess the goals. So just put how many goals you think.
I know who it is.
Moment of silence for the thinking.
Everyone, the cogs are turning.
Dead air, dead air, dead air.
You can probably hear
Lemon.
it down in my head.
All right, are we all good? We all good?
Yeah.
So we're gonna write them all down, and then we're gonna revisit them, and we're gonna find out the answers and discuss.
All right.
I'm confident I got that wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, no, I think I got it right. I just don't know about the goals.
So this one slightly more difficult. What new ground did Palace break in the league from this season?
What?
So, what milestone did Palace do in this season? Or what did they do in this season which no one else has ever done or had ever done?
The phrasing of that question has got me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Answer.
Yeah,
But
I
I'm gonna
don't.
stick with it.
Is it a milestone or is it a thing that is it just like a random ass statistic?
It's not really, it doesn't sit with statistics. It's like no other football club or team has ever done said thing. And Palace was the only team to do it or have ever done it last season. Last year, by the way.
Is it something Alfie's going to start bragging about once you tell him what it is?
No. No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's
Oh,
nothing
right,
like...
okay.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah. This one is considerably hard, but if
Damn it.
you get it, I'd be very, very impressed. Question 3. Leicester played Villa before the league was suspended. What was the score?
Leicester played Villa.
Yeah.
I think I remember this game.
I don't.
I feel like this would have given United some glimmer of hope to get third.
I've gone the opposite way. Damn.
Okay, we all good?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know if I definitely haven't got that one right.
Question 4. Which team scored 16 goals in a row that were all finished by England players?
Wow, that's a great
One
stat.
team, 16,
That's a
16
really good
goals,
really good
all
stat.
by English players.
Just trying to think.
Gotta be-
Oh, I reckon it's got to be them.
Yeah.
This one is very impressive.
It's got to be the England national team.
Yeah, exactly. Brexit FC.
Obviously, this is Premier League only, so confuse the viewers, Harry. We all good?
Yeah, we're good.
Bardell, you don't look confident, mate.
No,
You sweating?
Not at all.
You sweating?
Trying to think who's got English players in their team.
Oh, you're not done yet. Question
No,
4.
yeah, I'm ready. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
you're good.
yeah.
All right.
I've just literally just written something down.
Question 5. I'm hoping this one will be nice and easy for you. It's optional. Which clubs were relegated last year?
On all questions
Option-
optional.
Got it.
No.
Well, the question's optional, so I can
Oh,
look
no,
through it
there's-
and get it
I
right.
thought you meant to do it.
Look,
Oh,
if you
got
know
it.
this straight, if
I'm
you know
locked in,
this,
I'm locked in.
if you know this straight away, just write it down. But if
Yeah,
you need the
yeah.
options, I'll give you 3 options.
So, do I get bonus points for getting it before the answers?
No.
I forgot who's gone down.
Oh.
I can't remember.
Oh no.
I've got 2 of them.
Championship fan comes in handy.
You know what? You're not getting options now. Just the club is who was relegated last year.
Get it, Mark. Love that. Love that from you.
Because this should have been easy. I thought this was going to be an easy question.
No,
Oh,
you
what
were
the
right.
hell? I can't get the
Totally
last
left my head.
one.
It's totally.
What the
left me.
hell?
It's hard when you're put on the spot, but when I tell you the answers, you're going to hit yourself. can hear the pain. I can hear the pain. Oh my God, the thinking face Alfie has right now is I've never seen that before. Even at uni when we had a deadline to meet. Oh,
that never revoked a thinking face.
Not much thinking went into our degree.
Yeah, I can't think of the last one.
You're gonna need an answer before we move on. You only get a certain amount of time.
No, because they came up. Obviously, that couldn't be them.
Looking forward to this quiz in 2 years' time when Arsenal's one of the answers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, mate, it's literally gone from my head. I can only think of two. I'm trying to think of signings, transfers. Who's gone where?
And I just want to say, if you don't get all three, you don't get the point.
What? Oh,
Good rule.
what?
Because I'm not going to give 2 points and then someone edges it by like 1 point and it'd be like a whole thing. Like if you get all three, you get the point.
How I can't think of this, I don't know.
I know. We're going to have to move on in a second, guys. So you're going to have to...
Do you have a hint?
No.
Damn it.
I'm struggling with you, Alf.
I've got two of them. I just can't get the last one. Yeah.
Give up, guys. Just write a team down. Obviously, they're going to be in the
Can't
championship.
think of a team that's been in the Prem that would have gone down. That's not already in the Prem.
Then think of a championship team. Well, we know it's not.
Smart.
Just write one of them down.
I've got it.
Fuck's sake.
Oh,
Gave him too long.
We're going to give him enough time. I want them to write stuff down.
The answers have changed. You've given us so much time.
Right, Bardell, come on, Matt. We're gonna need an answer from you.
You can move on. I don't think I'm going to get it.
All right, no worries. So, question 6. Onel Hernandez scored for Norwich against United, meaning he was the first player from which country to score in the Premier League?
Abel Hernandez.
Got it.
Um,
No, it's Onel Hernandez, not Abel Hernandez.
oh, okay.
Do you need me to repeat that question?
No.
I've got to do it anyway. Onel Hernandez scored for Norwich against United, making him the first player from which country to score a goal in the Premier League? I can give you options.
Yeah, go on.
There we go.
I don't know you.
Wow, fair enough. So the options are Tanzania, Cuba, Venezuela, or Ecuador.
It's not Tanzania because
So
it's a
they're
Villa
none
player
of
that
the,
was Tanzania.
Cool.
Not what
Can you
I
say the
put
other
down
ones?
So we have Tanzania, Cuba, Venezuela, and Ecuador. Cuba, Venezuela,
It would have been
Ecuador for you, Alfie.
because it would have been Ecuador because Valencia's already been in the Man United team, and he would definitely have scored for Man United, I'm assuming. What was it? Cuba and then Venezuela with the other.
Yeah.
It's definitely between Cuba and Venezuela.
Harry's very confident in this one, I see.
I remember reading an article about it.
Wow, fair enough. That's why we do these quizzes.
Also, shout
Venezuelan
out
strikers.
again to Sketch Lippy for Tanzania.
Oh yeah, shout out.
I'm going Cuba. Oh, well, I don't know why I told you that.
I mean, I've done the same.
Wow,
Okay.
fair enough.
Why did you give him options, Mark?
Because it was a tough question, to be fair. I didn't think you'd know it. Kind of impressed with that, to be honest. Okay, question 7. Liverpool went unbeaten in their season, in their first 27 matches of the season. What happened on the 28th?
They lost.
Yeah, they lost.
Liverpool went unbeaten in their first 27 matches of the season. What happened on the 28th? So the options are 1-1, 1-0 loss, 2-0 loss, or 3-0 loss.
Oh, I know. It was a random ass result. I remember. Actually, I probably got it wrong.
Let me know when you got your answers down.
I've got my answer, but
Yeah, I've got my answer down.
I felt confident as soon as I heard it, and then now I think about how much I don't know.
What are you clicking, mate? What are you clicking?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking on Steam.
Yeah,
I'm genuinely not cheating. I'm looking on Steam.
Well, you know.
But, winter sale on Steam. So.
All right, we all
First
good?
Cuban player to score in Premier League.
We all good?
Yeah.
Yeah, all good.
Right, moving on. Question 8. Which team came 20th last season?
Got that one.
Let me know when you got your answers down.
All good.
Thumbs up.
Nice. Wow, nice quick one. Question 9. Last season, who was the only player to have scored a goal and been sent off in the same game?
Ooh.
There are no options for this one as well.
No, that's cool.
You can discuss it amongst yourselves if you want.
Nah.
Who can you remember getting sent off at all last season?
I can't, but I'm thinking, is it someone like Mane or someone like that?
Yeah.
Like quite out there.
I remember Son getting sent off against Everton, and then it got rescinded.
Son
what's
did
the
get
one
sent
that-
off a couple times last year, I think.
And yeah, did he not score against Everton that day?
He got sent off for the
Definitely broke Andre
Andre Gomez tackle, didn't he?
leg, which later got repealed.
It's definitely not
Yeah.
Benteke, no. 'Cause he's
We-
done that this year.
No, we had a
Could be
couple of sending offs against us last year, and I'm just trying to think who they were.
It could be Vardy, sort of thing he
I
might
was
do.
thinking the first name that came to mind was Vardy, but
I know Aaron Cresswell got sent off against us last year, but I don't think he scored. So we beat him 2-1 and then 1-0. I don't know if he scored in that 2-1.
Gonna need some answers.
I'm
did
just,
Pookie get
okay.
sent off at all?
I don't know. I'm just going to go for my original
Didn't
one.
score enough for me.
First, like 3 games he did, apparently. Okay. So, we all good?
Yeah.
Yeah. All good.
All right, so question 10. This one is an option round. Which 2 players scored a hat-trick in the same game? So option 1, Sergio Aguero and Bernardo Silva.
Oh, okay.
Option 2, Sterling and De Bruyne. Option 3, Tammy Abraham and Pulisic. And option 4, Perez and Vardy. I'll repeat those options again. Which 2 players scored a hat-trick in the
bloody
same
hell.
game? Which 2 players scored a hat-trick in the same game? Sergio Aguero and Bernardo Silva. Sterling and De Bruyne. Tammy Abraham and Pulisic. Perez and Vardy. Let me know if you need those options again.
No.
I've got my answer.
Good. Bardell, you good?
Yeah, I'm good, yeah.
Yeah,
Alf,
I'm
you
good.
Oh, nice. In Frank Lampard's first... Oh, sorry. Question 11. Moving on. In Frank Lampard's first game as a Chelsea manager, what happened? This
I remember this.
comes with options. Option 1, he won 4-0. Option 2, he drew 3-3. Option 4, he lost 2-0. Or option 3, he lost 2-0, sorry. Option 4, he lost 4-0. So I'll repeat that again. In Frank Lampard's first game as Chelsea manager, what happened? Option 1, he won 4-0. Option 2, he drew 3-3. Option 3, he lost 2-0. Or option 4, he lost 4-0.
What was the first option, sorry?
He won
Got it.
4-0.
I remember now. I remember.
Because I can remember them. I know we're against, but I can remember obviously that United absolutely destroyed them early on. Was that? But that wasn't his first game in charge, was it? Because that was a Premier League. No, I'm just discussing with Dan and Harry. Because I remember you guys did beat them early in last year, didn't he? Is one of their games, Dan.
We played them and we beat them, yeah.
Yeah, I just can't remember exactly. I don't think that was the first game though. I don't think that was his first game in charge. No, okay, yeah, whatever. All right, whatever. Yeah, I've just written down my answer.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we won.
Now we're on to the last question, question 12. This one will get you 2 points.
Ooh.
Oh,
Who scored the first ever Premier League goal?
What, last season?
of the season or all time?
The first ever Premier League goal when the Premier League first existed.
Okay, so back in '92.
Get in.
You know this, DH?
I do.
What? I've got no idea.
An important trivia stat.
It is.
Missed the
I had
pub
to
quiz
include
over there.
You know it.
I don't even know who was playing in 92.
I don't even know if he played in the Premier League in '92. I've just gone for him.
It's fair.
Yeah, fine.
Be a tough one to guess, I think.
Okay, then it's not my answer.
All right. Okay, so that was
Lee
the end of our quiz.
Sharp.
So that was
the
our
end of
quiz. That was our quiz.
Come on, Mark.
Good quiz.
Nice
good
job,
quiz.
Mark. Nice job.
All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through them. You give yourself marks, and I guess the winner can just have bragging rights because I've got nothing to give you. Let's be honest.
All right. I want 50 quid.
Question 1. The answers are. Well, the question was, who was the top goal scorer in this season? The answer is Jamie Vardy.
Yes.
The amount of goals.
So close to playing Salah.
So that's 1 point. The amount of goals. 23.
Oh, I put 24.
I put 29. Christ.
Jesus. Right. So
24.
I think that's 1 point all around for everyone. So
23. That seems quite low.
Was he not joint top goal scorer?
No, that was the season before.
wasn't that like Aubameyang?
That was
and Salah?
Aubameyang, Mane, and Salah.
Yeah,
They all got 24, I think.
That's a
Oh,
joke.
fantastic. I'm glad I can remember information from that far ago.
Question 2. What new ground did Palace break in the league from this season? As in, what milestone?
Oh, I've just understood the question.
What did you think it was?
Yeah, so I don't get the question.
Due to the nature of the question,
Is it they were the first team to play at Spurs' new ground?
I thought it was their oldest.
You are on the right. You are on the right tracks, though, Harry, and I do like that. You were very close.
They were the first team to score at Spurs.
They were the first team to win a game on the 29th of February.
Oh,
Okay. Well, that's a great fact, actually.
that is great. Actually, that's a cool thing.
That's good, yeah.
It is cool. I did feel a bit harsh putting that in because I was like, how would anyone think of this? But on the off chance, it would have been.
That's a
impressive.
cool little stat, though. I like that.
Yeah, no, it is. I really liked it.
You'll
too.
probably be celebrating that for time, wouldn't you?
Good fact.
I will be. I will
Yeah,
be. Well, if many more 7-0s come aboard, I will be.
Yeah, well, did Liverpool win a game?
How many games have you won on the 29th of February, mate?
Yeah.
Question 3. Leicester plays Villa before the league was suspended. What was the score? The score was 4-0 to Leicester.
Oh, I put 4-1.
Up at 3-0.
Oh,
Bardell. What did you put, Bardell?
I put 2-2.
Okay.
I thought they might have slipped.
damn it. That's
Giving you nice
annoying.
and
No, because Leicester.
Bards had the right amount of goals, and me and Alf were both one away from getting the right score.
So
Oh,
if you remember,
mate.
Leicester was
They were
freaking.
flying.
They were flying, and
Yeah.
then they came back after lockdown and was naff.
That's what I thought. They had a slip just before lockdown, and then
It was immediately after lockdown.
damn.
All right.
God damn it.
Anyway, another interesting fact I think you're all going to want to know now. Which team scored 16 goals in a row that were all finished by England players?
Burnley?
Oh, that's a shout. I said Sheffield United.
Bardell?
I went Leicester.
It was Southampton.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
16 of them, Danny Ings. Oh, no, 12 of them, Danny Ings.
That makes
Fair.
Mad,
yeah.
Madness,
Like-
isn't it?
Burnley only have bloody English players.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking.
And they're all
Burnley.
Yeah, but they don't score
They don't
goals.
score. Yeah.
That's true.
All right. Question 5. Something I might be disappointed in some of you with. Which
No,
clubs
go
were
Who was it?
relegated
Who
last
was it?
year? So the
So-
answer. Go on.
Yeah.
One of you give it to you. Go on. Alf, you do it.
I got Norwich,
Yep.
Bournemouth,
Yep.
and then the one that I was struggling with at the time was Watford.
Yes.
Oh, mate, that's all right.
Yeah.
'Cause,
So that's only 1 point. So give yourself 1 point if you got that right.
what for all three?
No, you get 1 point for the question. You didn't get that right, so you don't get the point, mate.
But we are all doing terrible. You're gonna win it with like a score of 3. Right?
Just like our predictions.
Yeah.
I'm doing as well as my fantasy team is doing, and that's not great.
There we go.
Anyway, moving on. Onel Hernandez scored for Norwich against United, making him the first player from which country to score a goal in the Premier League? So the options were Tanzania, Cuba, Venezuela, Ecuador. And the answer was Cuba.
Cuba.
Cuba. Did you all get Cuba?
Yeah.
Well done, well done. Would you have been able to get that if I didn't give you options?
Nope.
No.
Yeah. I know Harry read an article, which only, works his strengths. All right, question 7. Liverpool went unbeaten in their first 27 matches of the season. What happened on the 28th? So the options were 1-1, 1-0 loss, 2-0 loss, 3-0 loss. So the answer was, it was a 3-0 loss.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does anyone remember the team?
It would have been a brilliant troll if it was 1-1, and that was actually the game before the unbeaten run ended.
Yeah.
I was thinking that. I was like, oh, maybe they won. Maybe they continued the fucking thing. No, 3-0. I don't remember.
It was Watford. Yeah.
It was
It was Watford. Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite a big shock, actually.
Yeah.
Question 8.
Sarr played the game of his life, didn't he?
You guys suck.
Which team came 20th last season?
Norwich, isn't it?
Right.
Yep, Norwich. Question 9.
You love to see.
Question 9. Last season, who was the only player to have scored a goal and been sent off in the same game? The answer to that was Patrick Aubameyang.
Oh. Patrick
Yeah.
Aubameyang.
Yeah, it was a joke.
Oh, right, okay.
Uba.
Was it last year that Fanny and Salah had that bust up last year? Was that last year?
Yeah, they had an argument, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was last year.
Oh, okay.
And then it was fine like 20 minutes later. Which two players, question 10, which two players scored a hat-trick in the same game? So the options were Sergio Aguero and Bernardo Silva, Sterling and De Bruyne, Tammy Abraham and Pulisic, and Perez and Vardy. So the answer to that was
Perez and Vardy.
and Vardy.
Yeah.
Yep. And then 9-0 win against
Yeah, that's what I was.
was it Watford?
That's
Southampton.
Southampton. Yeah. Wow, Jesus Christ, I wouldn't expect that
That
score
could,
now.
they're doing really well. That could be you next
They-
year,
they
Alfie.
kept
Crystal
that
Palace
manager.
could be.
I can't believe that.
We're going to win the Premier League, actually.
Hey, moving on.
Tumbleweed. Just do that.
Question 11. In Frank Lampard's first game as Chelsea manager, what happened? So
What happened, Alfie?
the answers are won 4-0, drew 3-3, lost 2-0, lost 4-0.
They did lose 4-0 at one point, yes.
I think they went 1-4-0.
They lost 4-0.
They lost 4-0. Does anyone
Dan
know?
James scored, mate.
It was to Man United. They lost.
Oh, bollocks! All right, well, I thought they won the. I thought they won the Community Shield for some reason. I thought that was Lampard's first thing. Was that? Oh, it was Arteta, wasn't it?
Was Mourinho still the manager of that game
What?
No.
with United?
No.
Oh. You meant.
No. Ollie was the manager.
Not Ollie was, yeah.
Yeah. And this, question 12, bonus round for pick up an extra point. Who scored the first ever Premier League goal?
Thierry Henry.
Go on, Harry.
It was Brian Dean, sir.
It was. Well done. Sticker for you.
You nerd.
Now, it was Sheffield United.
Freaking nerd.
Absolute scenes.
15th of August, 1992.
I'm going to bully you in the playground after this. Okay, well.
Thanks, Mark.
Count your scores.
Good quiz.
This
Good quiz.
shouldn't take too long to count up, to be fair.
1.
That's it.
One.
Just the one today.
Yeah, no, some of those facts, I found it quite interesting, this little quiz. There's a lot of it only happened last year, and a lot of stuff I just didn't realise.
Yeah,
Forgotten a lot of stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
You definitely, mate, you definitely smashed it. I love that that Palace fact is.
It's
wicked.
mad,
That's
isn't
a
it?
pub
Yeah.
quiz. That is a pub quiz question.
Definitely.
It's like William becoming the only player to win Player of the Month for July. It's great. It's great. You're never gonna get that again. It's great.
Did he get like 3 assists on his debut or something?
That was it. That's literally
That was literally it. Perfect. All right, so that was the quiz. Let us know in the comments how you did, if you got all of them right, even if I was wrong with any of them. Like I said, not my problem. It was Google. Just saying.
Sounds like a you problem.
Any debates about that?
Do you want to know what we got?
Oh, have you done counting?
Yeah, it didn't take me too long.
Didn't take
All right, Alfie. Alfie,
Only
what'd
out
you
of
get?
14.
I got 6.
6. Bardell.
I got 3.
Oof. And Harry.
9, sir.
9. Wow. Okay.
Boo.
Well, Harry, congratulations, Harry, for winning the first quiz. I think,
Thank
well
you.
done.
Makes me feel better about being
Nothing.
bottom of the prediction league.
True.
Oh, is that
Right,
coming along?
So I guess, well, I guess we should do our predictions first, right?
Well, I've actually lost last week's predictions that we made, so I'm gonna have to go back and tally them up separately for the next episode.
That's all right. We'll still do our predictions for this, I guess, the Boxing Day games, right?
Oh man, there's some good
Have a
fixtures.
look. Yeah, man. We'll take another break before we do. Real quick now, so we'll see you guys in a minute. But we'll take. Welcome back, everyone, from the break. Now we will be getting into as we do at the end of every show, we're getting into our predictions for the next week of football. We'll get Bards' input as well into this, as we had Ollie and Hendry's last week. How did that? We'll get back to that.
I will let you know next week.
Don't worry about it. All right, so first game is Leicester Man United, and we'll head straight to the Man United fan, I think, for this one. What do you reckon, mate?
I feel quite confident, although I think it'll be a tricky game.
Yeah.
The scoreline will not reflect the performance, but I think it'll be 3-0 United. We're very good away from home.
Yeah.
We're good away from home. Vardy might not be fit. That's the
Okay.
talk of the town. Although Rodgers has said he should be available, but if they don't have Vardy, I think we might be okay. And with the pace on the counter attack again, I just don't know. Our front three is just so good at the minute.
Yeah.
So 3-0. I think that's totally possible.
Nice. All right, I'm actually back in United. I've gone for 2-1 United. I think, with Vardy, if he doesn't play, then I think they definitely are going to lose, I think. But I also, like you were saying about your attack, I also think pair that with Leicester have been quite, they did just keep a clean sheet against Spurs, but they have been quite rocky at the back. Obviously, without Soyuncu, has been injured quite heavily, and James Justin is okay, but he's not quite what Chilwell was. I think United will exploit that, and 2-1 win, I think, for United. Mark, what are you saying?
Sort of agreeing with you both there. I think 3-2 to United. Coming off the back of obviously United's recent game, I think they'll have that momentum really. But then again, Leicester aren't a team you really doubt to do well. So I think United will get this one, but by 1 goal. So 3-2 to United.
Nice.
2-2 for me. One of these days, United are going to draw 2-2.
And you'll be right.
And then I will carry on predicting 2-2 after that.
Nice. Sticking to your guns, all right.
Playing the long game.
All right, so our next one's Fulham Southampton. I'm gonna just stick with Southampton for this. 2-0 Southampton. They're by far the better team, and I just don't see Fulham getting a result here.
3-1. Similar reason. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's fine.
I could see Fulham nicking a goal. Their attack's been improved the last few weeks, so 3-1 Southampton.
Nice.
I've actually gone for Fulham. I think they played. They played some decent stuff. I don't think they've been great. I just think they could cause an upset. I think it could be quite a cagey game. And Fulham, they're at home. Not that that makes a massive difference at the minute, but I can see them nicking something late on. Okay. Southampton not being at the races. Boxing Day might be a bit of a hangover, but I think Fulham could do it.
Nice. Yeah, fair play.
What score are you saying, bud?
Just the 1-0. 1-0. A cagey 1-0, yeah.
Nice. I've gone for a 3-0 win to Southampton for that game.
Oof. Okay. No
Danny
way.
needs to get to Leeds Lane.
Oh, okay. Not bad. Yeah, I think if Bards is the only one that's taken Fulham, so he could make us all look very
bottom
stupid.
of the fantasy league, can't you?
No, but you could all make us look very
Fulham are
stupid.
going to win now. Fulham are going to win.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to win. Villa Palace. I'm very nervous for this game. I'm not going to lie. I'm backing the boys. I think we're going to win 2-1. But I don't want, if Grealish gets into gear and they start playing well, it could very much go the other way, and they could definitely beat us. But I'm going to stick by my boys. 2-1 Palace. What you guys think?
I've gone 2-1 Palace as well. I think. I do think they'll make a recovery. Villa, I just think they'll slip up. They will slip up more often than not, I think. And I reckon Ezo, is it Ezo?
Yeah.
He'll get a goal. He's looking, on his day, he looks class. And then
He's a good player.
I don't know, like Ayew will probably get one.
Oh god. Yeah. Benteke will be back because it was 2 yellows, so it'll only be the 1 match ban. So hopefully, Benteke
I
should
don't
be
think
back.
Benteke will score. I think that's him done for the season, isn't it?
2 goals is more than he got in his last 2 seasons, I think. So he might have just used all his energy up now, and he's
got his goal bonus.
Yeah, exactly. H, who have you got for this one, mate?
I can see it's going a number of ways. I mean, I went 1-0 Villa, but I think they've just shown a bit more potential to go off and have a killer instinct so far this season. But I could see it being a tight game, to be fair. Like, could go either way. Palace have the potential to show up or show out any given day as well.
Yeah.
So, 1-0 Villa, but we're not expecting that to be right.
I kind of went the other way, with Harry on this one. 2-0 to Villa.
You're a Palace hater. You are.
Well, they've come off quite a humiliating defeat.
Yeah. You predicted 3-0 to West Ham, didn't you?
Did I?
Yeah, I believe so. I remember that stuck with me.
Yeah, did it? Well,
Yeah.
hope this
Wrap.
was with you too. I just think Villa are gonna not run away with it, but I think they're gonna put on a decent performance. And I think if Grealish comes alive, it'll be a good game to watch.
Cool. Into the next game is pretty much the biggest game of the weekend, of Boxing Day, is Arsenal hosting Chelsea. I've personally gone for 4-0 Chelsea. I think they're going to humiliate them. I think Arsenal are so rocky at the back, and Chelsea going forward ridiculous. Pulisic is unreal. And then you have Tammy and Werner up there. Mason Mount can put them away. He's been playing really well. Yeah, but Werner's going to get... he will eventually go goals. And if he's not going to score goals...
We've been saying that for ages.
Yeah, but he's
eventually.
For as long as he's been in my fantasy team, he's done nothing.
But he's still been playing well. It's not like he's played terribly.
He got an assist last game, which isn't bad.
Yeah, he's still been playing very well. I'd still pick him over Aubameyang or Lacazette to score.
Oh, yeah.
So far this year.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, I'm going to go 4-0 Chelsea. I think they're going to absolutely destroy him.
Probably gone a bit more conservative. I've gone a 1-1 draw on that one. I think Arteta needs a point. Yeah, for as good as Chelsea have been sometimes, I still don't think they're that threatening going forward. Werner has still got question marks. As you said, he has been playing well. He did get an assist, but then you also said earlier that was a shot.
It was basically a shot rather than a pass. So, it just happened to go to Tammy.
I think Chelsea will be winning 1-0 for a long time, like a long while, and then I'll go Tierney goal last minute.
Tierney, outsider.
Yeah, it won't be Aubameyang or Lacazette. It will just come
of course.
out of nowhere. It'll be a mistake from Mendy or something.
Yeah. Hopefully not. I mean, he's been really good so far, Mendy. So, it should hopefully not. But H, what you got, mate?
2-0 Chelsea. I think they'll be happy just to come away with a decent win. Don't see any real need for them to embarrass Arsenal away from home. I think they just want to try and find stability at the minute. Keep getting more and more wins, keep building on the promise they've shown. I think 2-0, they'd be quite happy with that. And
Nice. I've gone for a very sturdy 2-1 win for Chelsea. I think yeah, when Chelsea's going to be playing away, I agree with Harry on that one. They're just going to get the win, get in, get out type situation. So yeah, 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing better they're playing better without Havertz than they are with Havertz. And he's a £70 million guy, or however much they paid for him. But all right, so we're all back in Chelsea, but no Arsenal wins basically. No one thinks Arsenal can get the win here.
Arsenal getting relegated, mate. Let's be honest.
All right, Mark. So for the next one, you believe this team. Currently, they're sitting 8th in the league, so you are correct on how it's going.
And it's Christmas.
Yeah, what do you think? City versus Newcastle.
Well, annoyingly, I've gone for a 5-1 win from City.
Oh, wow. Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, I just think, I mean, yeah, they're not doing great at the moment. This is City we're talking about. They're not doing great, but I don't know. I think this time round when they're playing a team like Newcastle, I think they'll be able to break them down a little bit better than they have done with other teams. Granted, I could get this very wrong.
No, I think you're spot on. I don't think Newcastle are like amazing at defending by any means.
Well,
They've got like decent keeper in I think is it Darlow? Darlow is the keeper. Very decent keeper, but I mean, like they're not a team that I don't think will pose City any threat.
No, that's what I think. I think the one goal I assume would come from, Wilson. But other than that, it's just
not Jolinton.
No.
But yeah, no, I've gone for 3-0 to City on that one. Yeah, like pretty much what you're saying. Yeah, Newcastle don't really stand a chance. I think City will keep a clean sheet in this one though. The defense is getting better with Ruben Diaz in there. I think he's a quality defender.
You love him, don't you?
I do. He's sick. He's a really good player, and he brings a lot. Yeah, he brings way more stability to that back line. But yeah, no. So yeah, Bardell, what you got for that one, man?
Similar to Mark, but I've gone 4-1. I do think Newcastle will get a goal, probably through a penalty. I think it'll be some like rash challenge from Walker or something stupid. But
I
think it'll be pretty comfortable. I don't see Newcastle getting a result. And what they've got, St. Maximum's out, isn't he? Because he's got coronavirus.
Yeah, St. Maximum and someone else, Lascelles. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So I think they're going to miss those two players still. I do think Wilson's done really well for them. I think he does give them a different edge, even if it is just to snatch games. But
yeah,
4-1 City win.
He's definitely a player they needed desperately.
Oh, desperately.
Yeah, one of the best signings of the season. Certainly in terms of fit and needs for a team, it's been great. I mean, I've said 3-1 City. You guys haven't left me much to say on that.
No, fair enough. On to the next one. Sheffield are hosting Everton. I've gone for a 2-0 win to Everton here. I was thinking about giving Sheffield United a goal because Everton's defence is just so shaky, game in, game out. They just can't seem to keep a clean sheet at the moment. But yeah, no, I think. But then saying that, I was looking at the Sheffield United strikers, and it just doesn't fill me with hope at all. Any of them really. Ryan Brewster, but then again, he has done nothing since he's
really
gone to Sheffield. He's done nothing. So even when he has played, he hasn't really done anything.
Nah.
He's had a few shots here and there, but yeah, I think Everton will continue their quest for top 4, I think, and get the 3 points.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone 3-1 for that. I do think Sheffield United get a goal. I think that's probably more out of me wanting them to get a goal.
Yeah.
But I mean, they looked dangerous against United, and they were unlucky the other day. They conceded a last-minute penalty, didn't they?
Yeah.
So they can get a goal, they can score. Where it will come from, I don't know. I don't think it will be Brewster either, but I think Everton. I think Calvert-Lewin's just on fire, and they've got Richarlison back. I think it'll just be 3-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm literally. I agree with you on that one. You kind of hit the nail on the head there for me. I went 3-1 as well. I just think it might be a pen that Sheffield might score, something typical like that. But other than that, I don't really.
Pickford flopping at it.
Pretty much, just breaking another player's leg.
Breaking his ankle, breaking his own wrists.
But yeah, I just think this should be an easy win for Everton, really. But I think, like Alfie said, they're a bit shaky at the back, so I'm probably expecting maybe one to slip through.
other than that, I think if you look at who's going forward for Everton, I think it'd be pretty easy for them.
Nice.
We're pairing off here. I've actually gone same as Alfie, gone 2-0 Everton win.
Nice.
But Everton's defence isn't the best, but Sheffield United's attack, I believe, is the worst.
Yeah.
So I back them to keep a clean sheet against Sheffield United.
Yeah, you'd like to think that they could at least at least the team that are bottom of the league, they could keep a clean sheet against. But yeah, Everton win. So yeah, Everton making that charge on the top four. Leeds versus Burnley. I've actually gone for a 1-1 draw here. I think Burnley have turned it around recently. They started horrifically this year. They are turning it around with every game going on. And Leeds, they are playing well, but they are also showing that they are still they're not a championship team, but they're showing that they are a newly promoted team. They're not quite got the I guess the experience of the Premier League, like playing in this division, like we were talking about earlier. Obviously, they haven't been defending great this season, but yeah, I think Burnley probably through one of Barnes or Wood. I'm assuming seems to be their only goal scorers. But yeah, 1-0. H, what have you got for that one?
1-1 as well.
Oh.
Burnley have looked better, showing a bit more fire in them. But Leeds are going to be fired up for this one as well. They're going to look at it as a game they need to be winning. So yeah, I think they're both going to be going for it. And 1-1. Yeah.
All right. Bards.
I am going to join in on that. I've also said 1-1.
Okay. Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
It could be a bit of a boring one. Maybe. Well,
Go on,
1-0
Mark. Go on, Mark.
I've said 2-1 to Leeds.
Oh!
I just
Tim
think
Bot.
Leeds got more potential going forward, and they've got more potential to score more goals than Burnley.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I can't actually argue with that. That's definitely true. But yeah, fair enough. West Ham, but I really hope they draw. Obviously, Mark's the only one going to get a point out of that. West Ham, Brighton. I got a 2-0 West Ham win. Annoyingly, West Ham actually looked pretty good this year. Obviously, we got the draw against them. Arguably should have won if Ben. But that goal, oh man, the Haller goal was mad.
Yeah.
Of course, it happened to us, innit? It always happens to us. Giroud scored a banger like that against us. Andy Carroll scored a banger against us. And now bloody
Kasami.
All 7 goals last.
Yeah, true. All right. Christian Bull, that's reaching. But yeah, no, West Ham 2-0 win. I think that's it. Yeah. I'm not really going to speak about West Ham too much.
Yeah, literally got the exact same result as you there. The exact same.
Yeah, as do I.
Oh.
Me and Alpha for 3 in a row.
Nice.
I've gone 2-1 West Ham. I think the jury's still out on Brighton, but I mean they haven't got Glenn Murray anymore, so he can't score against West Ham. But I don't know. West Ham are a weird one. I mean they looked alright in patches yesterday. Declan Rice was unlucky to be offside against Chelsea, but it was a good finish. So I do think West Ham could still pull a result out, and Brighton might just nick one late on, or at half time. But I don't see Brighton really doing a lot at the minute.
I like Graham Potter, but I think he plays really nice football. I just don't think they have the players to do it, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Like if they had a Callum Wilson or something like that, they would be snatching results, a bit like Newcastle. But I don't think Welbeck is going to do it for them.
No, he has been getting some goals though, to be fair to him. But yeah, no, he's not going to get consistent goals at all. Liverpool, West Brom. This is more of just a hope. 8-0 to Liverpool.
Jesus.
So we're not the biggest defeat of the season.
Wow.
Fair.
Yeah. That's it, basically. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say on the Liverpool West Brom thing. 8-0.
8-0 with Allardyce in charge.
Yeah, well, I mean, they just lost 3-0, didn't they? To who did they lose 3-0 to?
I just
Why
think
can't I
Allardyce
find
wants
the
shut up shop?
Yeah, true. I mean, they lost 3-0 to Villa. And they got Jake Lawrence sent off. So I think, 8-0.
8-0.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But yeah.
Thinking it will be
more conservative.
I think it will be 5-0.
Ooh, okay.
Bit more conservative.
A bit more conservative, but still a bit outrageous.
I've gone 3-0. I do think think Liverpool are going to play, but it's Boxing Day. They've got loads of games coming up. They don't need to be bombing forward. They can afford to just sit back. I say sit back. They're still winning 3-0, but
that is basically sitting back.
They don't want their players to get injured in that. So then you might even see a rotated side with some players making sort of bit part appearances there. But yeah, 3-0.
Nice.
I've said 4-0. I agree with Bard, to be fair. I could see a sub coming on late and thinking, oh, this is a chance for me to impress and get some goals, and then they score 1 or 2, like Origi or some Oxlade-Chamberlain, someone like that. Comes on, just goes for it. But 4-0, comfortable win. Can't really see West Brom posing him any problems. But
I reckon we'll see Curtis Jones have a good game.
That's a shout.
Yeah, I was just thinking about my 8-0. I am now thinking
it's written down now. It's written down.
No take backs.
I still think it definitely can happen, and really praying it does.
But it could happen, absolutely.
But I'm seeing maybe you see a front three of Firmino, Jota. Oh, is Jota? Wait, no, Jota's injured.
Jota's injured, yeah.
Oh well, that scrap that then. 8-0, whatever. Wolves and Spurs. I've got actually, I had to think about this one because it's quite a tough one. I didn't want to go for a draw because I do think there will be a winner of this game. But I'll just who it will be, and I've gone for Spurs. I think they're going to kick back into it after their real poor run of form in their last 3 games. But yeah, no, I think they'll get back into it. I think Son and Kane it's just begging for them to get back into the goals. I think it will be them two that get the goals, but Wolves will hang about. Obviously, they've got Jimenez still out, still their main threat, and they haven't really looked the same without him in that team. Podence is a really good player, to be fair, but yeah, no, I think Spurs will win 2-1.
I think it will be tight. I don't think you're wrong about that. I do think it will be a draw though. I've gone 2-2, purely on the fact that I think Wolves still play nice football. They might not be getting the results, but they do play nice football. And, they have got a good defence. They've still got players like Traore and, Neto. They can still whip in crosses and get the goal. And I think the Spurs are just going to be classic Spurs. They're not in a good run of form. Mourinho's going to implode. This is from a Man United point of view, but I just can't stand Mourinho anymore. I can't stand him. So 2-2.
Fair. Before we get into the thing, it's interesting the imploding thing. I don't know if I can see it happening at Tottenham, because Tottenham aren't at that stature of club where, because I think Daniel Levy will just do whatever Mourinho says.
I think it will be more not that he's implode. I think it will implode around him. I think the players will just get sick of him. Because they've had Pochettino and it's been like all fun and games, and they've been expressive, but obviously Ali's out of favour, so there's not a good relationship there. I think they're literally a few bad results away from him calling out Dombele again, and maybe a few defenders. And Son, he's a bit of a firecracker, so if he doesn't get a few goals or he gets frustrated, I can see him kicking off. But I don't know. It's just because just experiences. I mean, Harry Kane. Enough. I think he suits Harry Kane very well. I think they've got a great relationship. But I can see it.
Love a bit Harry Kane.
I can see him falling out of love in terms of with the players, or the players falling out of love with him, as opposed to anything else.
Fair. What have you guys got, Harry and Mark? What have you guys got for this one?
I've gone the same as you again, 2-1.
No. I'm a bit worried about this because you're bottom of the table.
I finished mine before you started yours, okay? Outrageous behaviour. No, they've both been in pretty stinky form. But I think Tottenham just have that extra layer of class where I think they'll be able to do the job over Wolves.
What was your score, sorry? 2-1, same as me.
2-1.
Yeah. Mark,
I've gone for a 3-1. 3-1 to Spurs, sorry.
Right.
So I just had a look, and Wolves haven't scored more than 2 goals in a single game.
Oh wow!
Since
Fair
the start
enough.
of this league.
They're going to do it against.
Yeah, watch them beat like 4-0 now. But I just think Spurs. Son might get 2 goals. Kane probably 1. And I'm assuming, like a player like Neto will get a goal.
Yeah,
3-1.
Yeah.
3-1. Okay, so it's all heating up at the top of the table again. If we're going to go, we got pretty much all the top teams winning their games, which I guess it's not really what's been happening this season. Top teams have been dropping games like flies, haven't they?
That's
true.
I mean, apart from Liverpool, you got 4 draws already.
That's draws, yeah. It was better last year, I think.
Yeah, definitely. But you've only lost once.
Yeah, true.
Who was that again?
I've got Chelsea.
Villa.
Oh, Villa. Bloody hell.
Weird game.
That was like 3 losses.
Yeah.
We're at something to was that 7-2.
But yeah, I think annoyingly Liverpool are going to win it again this year. I think.
Yeah, I said at the beginning of all of this that Liverpool will win it again, didn't I?
I think so. Yeah.
It looks like it.
But it would be good to see a United versus Liverpool title charge, though.
That would be good to see.
I
That'd
would-
be
yeah.
decent. Yeah.
If you put this this Liverpool team now up against 08 Man United team, who would you look?
United team for me.
I think 08 United team as well.
That was so good.
I think
Tevez,
Tevez,
Rooney in his prime,
Ronaldo, Scholes.
Yeah.
Oh
Gibbs.
wait, I thought you were just doing the
Ferdinand.
current team.
No. Well, no, that's
No, Liverpool's current team. But
Did you have Berbatov at that point?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure.
He was.
I mean,
Unlike any
that's the
player I've
thing.
ever
Front
seen.
3 was unbelievable.
yeah.
Like, Tevez.
And then you got that back line as well of you got the centre back partnership of Ferdinand and Vidic.
Mm.
You got
And even then, you had Scholes, Carrick, Giggs,
Gary Neville.
Like,
was that still Van der Sar era? Or was he gone by then?
Yeah, Van der Sar.
Yeah.
that was it.
Okay.
He was class.
Yeah, that
People
team
don't talk
was
about him
unreal.
enough.
You got Park Ji-sung in that team.
That's the thing, you've got.
Legendary.
It's all about the stars, but you got players like Ji-sung Park and even Darren Fletcher, like those.
Darren
great
Fletcher,
players.
that's who I was thinking of.
World
Darren Fletcher,
classes.
yeah.
Good.
Wes Brown would have still been in the team then, I think, right?
John
Like-
O'Shea.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
John O'Shea. Oh, man.
What was it? Raphael and Fabio on the
I don't know
wing
if they were
backs.
knocking about then. No, they weren't knocking about then.
Were they not? Who was it? Still Gary Neville?
No,
Yeah,
they've
never.
been. Yeah. Was it Gary?
Who was left back then? Back in them days? Evra, obviously.
Evra, yeah.
Um,
Right back would have been
I think it would have been Gary Neville still.
maybe.
So I'm going to look this
2000
team up real quick.
2008.
When's the next Liverpool United derby? The next Liverpool
17th
United
of
game.
January. 17th.
Well, yeah, you won Champions League then. It would have been
Yeah.
Gary Neville, surely.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they won everything that year, didn't they?
Yeah, he was
Mm.
captain. So
Yeah,
it
they-
says he only played 16 league games.
Van der Sar, Neville, Evra, Owen Hargreaves, Rio Ferdinand, Wes
Yeah.
Brown, Ronaldo, Anderson, back before he got fat.
Raphael and Fabio were there at that point as well.
You still had Louis Saha.
Wow. Yeah, because they were. I don't know if they would have been in the first team.
Carrick, Nani,
Raphael and Gary
Welbeck.
Neville basically split the appearances.
Right, and then you had Fabio, Johnny Evans.
Fabio didn't play.
Darren Gibson only played one game, but yeah, Tevez. Yeah. Oh yeah, Makeda.
It's mad seeing some of these players that were the youngsters in the team, and they like Danny Drinkwater, Tom Cleverley, James Chester. Like these players are actually gone on to have careers.
That was before Danny Drinkwater decided to have fist
Danny
fights with
Simpson.
16-year-olds.
Yeah, these all gone on to have good, decent careers as well.
Danny Simpson went on to win the Premier League with Leicester. That's mad.
Yeah.
Johnny Evans, I mean, obviously he was a decent standing then, but you see what he's doing now at Leicester. He's still playing very well. Yeah, what a team that was. That takes me back to that was like some of the best years around then, like 08, sort of around.
Northeast Premier League was the
It's
one.
the best.
2006.
Not for Mark, but it was.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
It was good. It was good for the rest of us.
Ollie sent me a picture, right, of the team. Basically, Arsenal fans nearly gave up on watching football at this point. I know how you feel. You just have to weather the storm, and it's like a picture of like John Joe Shelby, Skirtle, Jamie Carragher. It just looks appalling.
Mate.
It's tough, and I was just like, fair enough. But now I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, I guess we should say, on that note, goodbye to everyone. Thank you, Dan, for coming on today. It's
Thanks
been
for having
great
me.
to
I
have
really
you on.
enjoyed it. Pleasure.
Yeah, we'll get you on as soon as possible again. We'll think of something good for you. Sweet. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bards, would you like to plug anything while you're here?
I'll plug George's stuff again. Well done for his logo.
Sketch
Slippy. It's sick.
Yeah.
Really enjoy it. And
Not even your own nutritional page.
Yeah.
I'll get onto that. I've got to make it look like I'm
Modest.
modest.
We've plugged George
we'll put
3 times now. That's quite enough.
Yeah.
And
Not that good.
yeah, well, what, do you want to plug it for me, H? You seem to know enough about it.
Oh yeah, it's just a terrible nutrition page, but I'll run.
Bard's Bites. Yeah, Bard's Bites. Follow that. Recipes.
Vegan.
It's all just good food. Yeah, mate. Veganuary's coming up. Enjoy it.
Vegan. Brilliant.
Oh.
That's it. We'll
Enjoy
put all the
the
links
video.
and stuff.
Why do we
into,
let him plug?
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
put all the links and then we'll put some icons and stuff up. And Mark does his editorial magic.
My stuff. I'll be doing my stuff.
We'll put some stuff in there. We'll put your links in there and everything. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the quiz. Hope you enjoyed us just talking a bit about football, a bit about United and all that stuff going on. But we'll have to get you on for a proper United episode soon, Bards.
Yeah, I'm just glad I didn't have to discuss my fantasy football because I thought that was going to be.
Oh, we'll to make sure to do that with you next time as well.
That and probably looking at the transfer window because I think United would probably make some moves.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We'll have to do a transfer roundup and all of that kind of good stuff. All right. Well, yeah. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll catch you next week. Cheers.
Pleasure.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yeah.
Merry
well,
Christmas.
Yeah,
we are
Christmas,
so
boys.
bad at this, aren't we? Merry Christmas, guys. Yeah. Sweet. Right. Bye.